Good evening, everybody. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Aroshlin Perkins. Yes, yesterday we had a decent show. I appreciate it. Hold on. And I want to say this. The reason why I did that podcast yesterday is because I thought, no, not even I thought. I know that the people that we think are for us is usually against us. The reason why I said that is because I personally do think, and this is just me, I personally do think Africans and Caribbean people, most Africans and most Caribbean people are against us as a race. I I don't understand why, but I know why. And like I always tell people, it's all right. You could be against us, but at the end of the day, we're still going to achieve our goal. We are going to get our reparations. And when we get our reparations, you're going to see why we got our reparations. This is the first time in history where all these black diaspora, turned on the people that helped them get to where they are right now. And the reason why I said this is the first time in history, yes, people have turned on black people, but not as a whole like this. The whole black diaspora, from Latinos to Caribbeans to Africans to mixed Africans, they turned on black Americans. And I always tell people all the time the reason why people's like, oh, yo, but you talk like that towards Africans, but you always give the French, those niggas who are African descent, like legit African, probably first or second generation Africans in France, a lot of credit for what they do. And the reason why I do give them a lot of credit, because they always pay homage to us. Most of them always pay homage to us, even the ones that aren't African. They pay homage for our culture. Yeah, they contribute the little things that they know and that they do about black American culture to their culture. Yes, they can contribute. But they always say, oh, yo, the reason why we do like this, the reason why we dance like this is because of my culture. You could tell the difference between French rap and black hip hop and rap, or French hip hop and rap and black hip hop, black US hip hop and rap. You could tell the difference and stuff. And the reason, and also the reason why I push delineation so much is because at the end of the day, enough is enough. Enough is enough. You're never. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I learned probably a few months ago. These Africans will never understand because they don't want to understand. Only thing they want to do is be right. That's all they want to do. They want to be right. But this is when this situation gets a little bit of sticky. Should FBA ally with the Afro Latino community? The reason why I say the Afro Latino community, because those were, we could say the black and brown coalition never really happened, but the only people who allied with us legit was Afro Latinos. The Afro Latinos, and the reason why I say that so boldly, it wasn't the Latinos community. It wasn't the the brown and black community. It wasn't the brown community. It was the Afro community. And I strongly believe that I don't have no, and this is just an opinion. This isn't facts. There were some, coon ass, Afro Latino who wanted to fit in with Latinos because of their parents were saying, "Oh, stay away from the blacks." But a motherfucker was like, "Oh, yo, he looked just like me, so I can relate to him." My parents is never gonna understand. They so old. They so old as dirt that they don't know how I feel. They don't know that I go through a colorism problem. I always tell people all the time. I was reading my uncle's book, and I wouldn't say it traumatized me, but this was the first time I ever seen a black person had a colorism problem. It's this book right here. Silence is the enemy. My uncle wrote it. And like I tell people all the time, it's rare that it's rare, but there's certain black people that have colorism problems. Some jokes just don't hit like others with other people and stuff like that. You know? Me, I thought black was so beautiful, I always wanted to be darker. I couldn't get darker. I always turned burgundy in the summertime. So at the end of the day, I just had to live. I had to live with the color that I have. But certain people can't. Certain people can't deal with that. And before we even start, I want y'all to like and subscribe, and also hit the. Technically, I want y'all to hit the like button so this can hit the algorithm. But also, I want y'all to share this. The reason why I want y'all to share this is because this is going to be a real deep show. Nobody hasn't come into the room yet, but this is where I feel like can there be allies? We already know we can't be allies with Africans, nor the whole Latino and Caribbean community. Some yes, a lot no. And I gotta be personally honest with y'all and myself. I know a few Caribbeans that'll be like, yo, you should get reparations. Your family, your ancestors should get reparations. But this is what I don't think the black foreign diaspora is not seeing. If we get reparations, that ignites another fire. That ignites a fire of y'all getting reparations, getting y'all country back, doing what y'all supposed to do with your country. Doing what y'all want with y'all country. I had to tell my manager, I was like, yo, black Americans we're close to getting reparations. She's like, oh, well, I get reparations? I was like, no, you're Dominican. I was like, if you're going to get reparations, you should get it from the Spaniards. I was like, but you have to understand that if we get it, that opens the doors for y'all to get reparations. But the first people I want to get reparations is the Afro Latinas. And the Afro Latinos, or they call themselves Latino X. Latina X. Like, it's so power. People don't understand. What foundational black Americans are doing is so powerful, it will open the doors for y'all. It will ignite a revolution where we can have a coalition in the future. But right now, we can't have a coalition with everybody. And everybody gets so uptight when we say, oh yeah, these people are tethers. And they know what the definition of a tether is. A tether is not every immigrant. It has never been all immigrants. It's a person that cosplay of being a black American for their own benefits, then after that, try to disparage and undermine everything that they have done. Or it could be a foreign person that undermines, trying to manipulate what black Americans is doing in America. It has never been like, oh, because you're an immigrant, you're a tether. And that has never done that. I had to check somebody earlier and had to tell them, like, yo, there was a girl who said, yo, Haitian people are beautiful. Here comes this guy who's fucking up the movement and what we're doing and saying, oh, yeah, y'all niggas is ugly. Y'all niggas need to fix your country. They didn't say anything to disparage black Americans or foundational black Americans. And I hope, and the thing about it, I believe Tariq Nasheed would be on my side when I said this shit. They had no reason to do that type of shit. And this is where we get from policing our own people. Then he tried to use it, oh, where are you from? Where's your family from? I'm from Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, basically Boston, Massachusetts. But my family is from Augusta, Georgia, St. Clair, Georgia, and Savannah. My mama's side is from Selma, Alabama. And that closed that fucking door so fast. Because at the end of the, let me tell you something. We could talk shit, we could do this, we could do that, but at the end of the day, we can't make ourselves look crazy like that. We can't be like, oh, well, you know, nigga. Well, let me give you an example. We can't be like, oh, well, fuck Haiti and shit like that. We're not on that type of shit. Yeah, you don't fuck with us, and we don't fuck with each other. But at the end of the day, there has to be a certain type of respect. If you're not disrespecting me, I'm not gonna just go on your page and just talk crazy. If you're not disrespecting my people, I'm not gonna just go on your page and talk crazy. Like this voice of the ancestor dude. The reason why I talk crazy, reason why Bobby talks crazy, is because the shit that he puts about black Americans. Then when I asked him, I'm like, why are you always shitting on black Americans? He gives me the most type of answers. That's why I have a problem with Voice of the Ancestors. And I used to support everything he does. You know, until he started talking crazy about my lineage. One thing I always tell people all the time, one thing I have a problem with Africans about is when they always, oh, I make six figures over here. I make six figures over here. Nigga, you can't even make six figures in your country, my nigga. Let me tell you something. If I'm making money, my money is gonna be going into the village of my village. It always has been like that. The hood niggas do that. The hood niggas do that. The drug dealers used to do that. Yeah, niggas was flashy, but yo, niggas is helping people in the community. Because at the end of the day, niggas couldn't do nothing without these niggas. But nowadays, niggas is so... When niggas sell drugs, they're entitled. You better not tell. Nigga, if grandma tell, nigga, that's on you, my nigga. Because you know what? You don't do nothing for grandma anyways. She wants her streets good. When grandma got 80 bags in her hand, nigga, you just let her walk by, my nigga. You supposed to, hey, grandma, you need help? Hey, auntie, you need help? Hey, uncle, you need help? But this is where the foreign culture comes from. That's foreign culture. Black Americans always did that, even when we were selling drugs. Hey, auntie. Auntie will let us in the house and give us lemonade. We could be the worst of the worst. Auntie will let us in the house and give us lemonade. Niggas is not going to shoot at auntie's house. Like that's why I say it's a foreign culture. It's a different lineage. It has always been a different lineage. You know, why you think back in the days niggas is? Let me tell you something. The projects was fucked up, but the projects wasn't fucking dirty like this. Some nigga throw a pick. Yo, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Pick that up, my nigga. Are you serious? Like niggas be on that type of shit. Niggas be lit like that. Like, yo, what are you doing, my nigga? And I'm sorry, I'm just rambling and stuff. It's just I'm just talking about just foreign period. You know, and what we need to expect out of, the community. The community. And I always tell people, hold on one second. I'm sorry, everyone. Just give me a second. Okay. But yeah, we can't keep doing that, man. And this is why I'm gonna be personally honest, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to New York, but New York is kind of a joke when it comes to Black Americans, because you got people talking for Black Americans that's not even Black Americans. Like, yeah, Melly Mel say, "Oh yeah, it's Bronx culture." No, that nigga. When we were talking about hip hop, he always was like, "Oh yeah, that's Bronx culture." No, it's not Bronx culture. That's Black culture. It always has been Black culture. It always has been like, "Oh yo, this is what Black Americans has done." You know, I hate when old niggas do that shit. That's why niggas don't respect Melly Mel. Ever since nigga stops respecting Melly Mel ever since the Eminem thing. I'm gonna be personally honest. Niggas been stopped respecting Melly Mel. Now he has to do coon shit. He has to do coon shit. The nigga's probably broke. He needs to pay for steroids. Nigga look like he on steroids, my nigga. Plain and simple. Like my nigga, you ain't working out like that. But like I said, it is what it is when it comes to these certain type of people. And we're gonna have a quick show like yesterday, probably an hour and a half, hour 15. um you know what, let's jump right into it. Should FBA ally with the Afro Latino community? The reason why I asked that question is because in um certain Latino countries, there's Black communities. Especially in Brazil, there's always Black communities in Brazil. There has always been Black communities in Brazil. Brazil has more African descent, descended from Africa than anybody who was on the slave trade. And it's true. We would think America did, but nah, America only had like probably less than 400,000. I'm just being personally honest. That's why Black Americans don't believe like, yo, everybody who's there's 43 million there's 43 million Black Americans in the United States. How much you think is in Brazil that are Black descended? Like got the dark skin. Yeah, you'd be surprised, man. Like this is why I always tell people all the time. We come in the most abnormal shades of all time. We come in light shades, dark shades, medium rare shade, burgundy shades. You don't get that in these other countries like that. You rarely get these in these other countries. It's just we've been mixing for so many. Us and the natives been mixing for like the past probably thousands of years. This is where the ethnogenesis stuff comes from. You know, and also too, there were some of us in the Latino countries too that because don't forget, Black Americans, we migrated everywhere. We even migrated in Mexico. That's why Mexicans is trying to claim, oh yo, we black too, or no, not all of y'all are black. Like we gotta personally be honest with this shit. Give me a second, everybody. I gotta take some aspirin. My head's kind of killing me too. That's what we gotta, This is where we gotta start putting our foot down and stop saying everybody's black. I'm gonna be personally honest. I stopped saying that probably a year ago. I really stopped saying that a year ago because at the end of the day, people take advantage of us when we do that shit. We're so friendly that people take advantage of us. Look how motherfuckers talk to us crazy. They've been talking to us crazy for years, and we've been by their side for how many years? There you go. But now we gotta look at the Afro Latino community. And the reason why I say that is because they go through not the what's her name? Zoe, what's the lady's name? The girl who won the award. Not those type. We're talking about Afro, dark skinned. In their own community, not the mixed ones. We're talking about the Afro community, like the one that look like Amara La Negra. Those type. The ones that have to say like, yo, I'm a Afro Latina. I'm an Afro Latina. You can't. I get an Afro. My hair isn't just coil. I have an Afro. I don't fit in with regular Latinos. Like Diego. Diego was Afro Latinos or Afro Puerto Rican. And let me tell you why I say that. Because all those people back in the days, and we have to give it up to the Afro Latino community. Back in those days, I want to say this. Back in those days, they were pushing black culture. They were pushing Black American culture, pushing our culture. They were doing the due diligence. But at the end of the day, we fucked up and we thought all of them were Afro Latinos. We thought all of them were on the on that coalition. I personally think that was the real coalition, the Black and the Afro Latino coalition. I didn't think the Black and Brown coalition anybody can be brown. And like we can't even say that about the Native Americans. They wasn't really fucking with us like that too. You know? We gotta be honest about that. We were probably cordial with them, but at the end of the day, they wasn't really fucking with us like that. When they were getting their reparations, they were not thinking about us. They didn't say, "Oh, well, what about the Black Aboriginals?" I'm just being personally honest when it comes to that. They really wasn't fucking with us like that. Salute to them and everything, but I personally, with the Afro Latino community, I never had a problem with the Afro Latino community. I had a problem with the Latino community because the Latino community didn't really fuck with Black Americans like that back in the days. So we always had to keep our distance. There were certain gangs had to be formed because of Latino gangs. It is what it is. Black people will, oh, yo, come in our gangs and stuff. Oh, come into our communities. Hey, yo, you hungry? Yeah. But them niggas was on some other shit, talk about stay away from them cocolos. Stay away from the morenos. And like, We can lie and lie and lie all we want, but facts is facts. Facts is facts. It always has been like that. It's not that we hate y'all. We never hated y'all. We have no reason to hate y'all. But we have a problem when y'all mistreat us and try to disrespect us, then try to manipulate the situations. Like even with Benzino, I have a problem with Benzino. I always had a problem with Benzino. Benzino's Cape Verdean. I'm just being personally honest. Like, let's be okay. Give me a second before I say anything. Give me like 30 seconds. Give me 1 second, everyone. Mm, I'm almost done, everyone. So, so with Benzino, I'm gonna say this. To me, it always has been weird, and the reason why I say it has been weird, because it never talks. Yeah, he's from Boston, but what high school did he go to? What middle school did he go to? These are the questions you're supposed to be asking. Anybody can be from Boston, but once you find out what high school they went to, because this says he went to Harvard University. I'm just saying, it's not easy to get into Harvard, my man, if you're not an athlete. Let's personally be honest. Like, what have you really done? You know? I'm not saying, oh, he a rat or none of that. I'm just saying, there's too many doors that are open to say you're from Boston. This is the type of shit. What high school you went to? I could tell you everything. I went to Jeremiah E. Burke. I went to 3 different elementary schools. I went to Henneken. I went to Alexander Hamilton School, and I went to Samuel W. Mason. You could I always tell people all the time. You could tell a person from what school does that they went to. The school I went to almost lost their accreditations my freshman year. You know, probably 50% of the girls in my school were bisexual or lesbian. The low 50, probably like 47, 43. So we could say 40%. But the question is, I'm going to say this. The question you should be asking is, what type of shit is Afro Latinos really actually going through? I'm talking about the African descent Afro Latina, not the indigenous Indian Latinos. I'm talking about Afro. We're not talking about you got a little hair, you got a little hair. No, you look like you from Africa, baby. Those type of Afro Latinas, you know? Because what they go through over there is a colorism problem. I talked about that a little bit earlier, but colorism is a motherfucker. The reason why I said colorism is a problem because look how the light skinned Latinos get treated than the dark skinned ones. You know, they get treated like us. But at the end of the day, I could say this. The Afro Latinas probably, Afro Latinas and the Afro Latinos probably contribute more, social activism than the regular Latinos and Latinas. I believe so. I personally believe so. Look at Fidel Castro. I think he was an Afro Latino. Cause look, let me tell you something. Look how much he pushed Afro Latinos. He was. I don't even think he was from Cuba. I think he was from like Argentina or something. You know. I'm being personally honest. Give me a second. We're gonna find this man. What school he went to? But I always tell people this. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Yeah, but we got to look at those type of things. Um, Cause I always tell people all the time. To me, I always supported Afro Latinos and Afro Latinas. The reason why I supported them so much is because at the end of the day, I don't think they got support in their country. They haven't got support in their own country. So and this is what we got to think about. Like, oh, yo, my man. Well, put it this way: if we're gonna have some type of alliance, I'd rather have an alliance with Afro Latinas. I'm just being personally honest, like real Afro Latinas. We're not talking Taino, none of that. We talk about Afro Latinos. Like, yeah, you can have a little bit of Taino in you, but mostly Afro Latino. You identify as Afro Latino, not Afro Latina when it benefits you. You always thought. Let me tell you something. Amegla La Negra. The reason why a lot of black people respect her so much and love her is because you know what? She supports who she is. She supports Afro Latinas. She understands that, like, a lot of them don't have a voice because at the end of the day, they always bring you out the light and bright Latinos. It always has been like that. Light and almost white. It is what it is. And people don't understand that, like, that the Afro Latinas is the sexy ones. Those are the ones that. Let me tell you something. If Afro Latinas would push more, I don't think the Latinas right now would survive. I don't think they'll survive. Like, yeah, you might have your here and there, but the Afro Latinas has always been the sexy ones. People always loved them. Got you a nice dark black Latina, and you don't gotta talk about the Iblela. You could talk, damn, mama, where you get that skin color from? Uncle must lie. You know, all that shit. It just, like I said, it is what it is. Um, I think they need a little bit more support than what they're getting. But the thing about it, this is what the black community is scared for. That shit, what's her name? Zola did, was I forgot the fucking lady's name who won the award. I want to give it up to Dominican Republic, my Dominican origin. That lady. I think it was fucked up that she did that. And personally, I think it's fucked up because at the end of the day, you cosplay of being black for like the last 15, 20 years, and all of a sudden now you're Dominican. This is where we say like there's no black and brown coalition. It has never been a black and brown coalition. Black Americans fought for y'all for no reason. I personally think so. You know? And it's not to be, all fucked up, but at the end of the day, we could have been fighting for something even better. I'm just gonna be personally honest about that. We could have been fighting for something even better. I'm not saying I'm not saying Latino community or African community is not important, but at the end of the day, we could have got more shit done not fighting for y'all. If y'all wanted to fight and come to this country, y'all fight yourselves. I'm just being personally honest when it comes to that type of shit. Like it already happened, we can't do nothing about it, but it just doesn't make sense for us to. I'm just gotta be personally honest about it. It doesn't make sense for us to like cry about it anymore. It happened already. Like the shit already happened. We can't do nothing about it. So, you're over here. You're over here to stay. Now we gotta, you know what? We gotta delineate. It's just you forcing people's hand to like, okay, you know what? We can't identify with the same group of these people because at the end of the day, first of all, these motherfuckers is committing crimes and blaming us. And they're not even foundational to this country. They're not even foundational to this country. Their lineage is from another country. And like I always tell people, it sucks to do that. It sucks. I'm being personally honest. It's there's strength in numbers, but at the end of the day, not the it just with if we do that, it's a lose situation. It's a lose situation. I'm gonna call it. It's a lose situation, and it sucks to delineate from them. Did I want to delineate? Nah, I don't want to delineate from them. I think it would have been perfect for all of us to stick together. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to do, they don't want to support. They don't want to support it. So at the end of the day, all right, my nigga, we gotta, separate from y'all. We're trying to do something historical, and after we do it, it's gonna go back in history as the fucked up shit that y'all did. Y'all will be in the history books saying like, yo, they were trying to undermine black Americans. They didn't like black Americans, and it's gonna get worse for y'all. They had a problem with foundational black Americans trying to get reparations. It's gonna be a fucked up situation, especially for Brian Donald. He's another. Oh, they don't deserve it because my family is from two different fucking runaway countries, my nigga. It is what it is, but nigga, this what comes with the territory. Hold on 1 second, everyone. But yeah, man, it's like I said, it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory, and it's gonna be a sad situation. And the reason why I say it's gonna be a sad situation is because we always get what we need, as Black Americans. That's what I know. But yeah, there's a but. I feel like I feel that Black American. I think the next 20 years is gonna get worse. We're gonna delineate. It's gonna be in a bill where we delineate from the black diaspora, and we start getting put in little groups. We have to, because at the end of the day, it's like we can't keep on having people undermine us. That's the worst. That's the worst of the worst. Once you get in people under, hold on, son. Once you get in people undermining you and stuff like that, then after that, it's like, yo, yeah, no more, no more. We can't keep on doing this. I had to tell my father one time. I was like, yo, Dad, you keep on doing this scary Negro shit, that it's gonna put us in a bad situation. Oh, what do you mean, Dad? You can't keep on falling for the same okey doke with the Democrats. The Democrats ain't doing shit for us. You know, they have been not doing nothing for us for the past 80 years. They have been putting us in situations for the past 80 years. We have been asking, what are you gonna do for us? They kept on talking about people of color, minorities. Nigga, we ain't no motherfucking minority. We're 43 million strong. Nigga, if 35 million people voted, I'm telling you, by all means, shit would be lovely. Shit would be lovely. But they don't want to give us anything, so you know what? Why even vote? I told my father, why even vote if they're not gonna give us anything? I'm taking my whole, and let me tell you where I got that shit from. I'm gonna be personally honest. Even though I don't like this motherfucker, he was right about it. We gotta put our voting hostage. We gotta, we gotta hijack our votes and say, like, you know what, we ain't gonna vote. I'm just being personally honest. I'm glad we did that. Now these niggas is stressing out. These niggas don't know what to do. These niggas is like, oh man, what the fuck? How the fuck did we lose against this motherfucker? We know how you lost. We told y'all to give us. We told niggas to give us some. We need tangibles. We want tangibles. They didn't give us no tangibles. They undermined us. You know? That's why we was saying like this. We was saying like, yo, we gotta be careful with these saying that everybody's black. I'm gonna be personally honest. We do gotta be careful. We have to be careful about that. That's the most dangerous thing, saying somebody's black and they're not even black. They're not even black. They don't even like us. So why we keep saying this? We can't. It's unacceptable now. It's unacceptable. We can't do that. We're not gonna do it no more. So, because it's gonna be shame on us. Give me a second, everyone. I think that's perfect right there. Yeah, it's just gonna be shame on us. Those are my clothes. That's my clothes basket. It's clean clothes I gotta put away. Um, I'm gonna be person. Yeah, it's gonna be shame on us. We can't blame nobody else. We can't be like, oh well, we still need to be together. No, we don't need to be together. You know what we need? We need to be separated. We need to be separated from each other for a little bit until motherfuckers get some act right. We can't be playing. We can't be keep on getting played like a fiddle and thinking this shit's all right. It. Hold on one second. I'm gonna see if I can find something for us so we can watch. I'm gonna be personally on. Anyone hear something crazy? There was an Afro Latina that told us like, yo, warned us. This is how, yo. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna be getting hit right now. Afro Latinos warned us. Afro Latinos, the Afro Latino X, warned us to stay away from gatekeep our stuff. They warned us to gatekeep our stuff. They're like, yo, keep your eyes on these dudes right now because at the end of the day, they don't really fuck with us like that. You know? Like the Afro Latinas are saying that. That's why you get certain like Latinos who will be like Colombian and they be super black and you don't even know that they're not. You don't even know that they're Colombian. They say, "Yo, I'm black. I'm always black first." Or why don't you say you're Colombian but you're Colombian? No, I'm black first. Like, yo, you get those type of people. Give me a second, everyone. We're gonna. I'm gonna find something real fast for you. Um, we're gonna watch a little bit of some Tariq Nasheed. I want to see what he thinks about, but I personally think like, yo, if
Very
anybody should be
constructive,
on
and
our
I hope
side,
your
it's them.
Monday is constructive now, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd be ready.
Glad to have you all tuning in on this lovely Monday. A lot of folks are popping on in here. Why don't y'all give this a nice retweet? Everybody who's popping in, everybody give the link a real quick retweet so that everybody can come on in and join in the conversation. Today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about and asking the question, is Latin Afro-Latino history a part of foundational Black American culture? We're going to get into that. I really want to touch on that because I want to touch on how the dominant society keeps playing this game where they're trying to erase our culture. Family, we got to be very cognizant of what's going on. When our culture keeps being co-opted and they keep latching our culture onto other people, that's not a good thing because it doesn't benefit us. That's meant to undermine us and that's meant to ultimately erase us. We better understand that game. And they're doing it heavy with Afro Latinos now. And if you look at a tweet, I put up a tweet I did in February saying that they were going to ramp this up. I told people specifically they are about to start heavy with this Afro Latino narrative and how Afro Latino history ties in with ours. They've been trying to fill the waters and test that.
But the thing about it, I don't think this is where I think. I'm gonna say this. He is right, but and this is just how I feel. I think I don't think it's the indigenous Afro Latina, and I have to say the indigenous Afro Latinas. I think Afro Latinas need to separate from Latinos. And the reason why I say that is because they're taking their culture. They have their own. Let me tell you something. Latinos have their own conquistador culture, but there's an Afro Latino culture that if I go to like an indigenous Dominican spot where there's like all Afro Latinas, they're gonna cook different from the people who are in like was it Santiago and Punta Cana and those places. It is what it is. Man, let me tell you, when I went to Dominican Republic, I seen this cute ass Dominican chocolate looking thing. And I went into her family spot. I ate woo 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 woo. Yo, that food was different from what I ate from some other lot Dominican. I'm just gonna be personally honest. I just gotta be personally honest about it. I gotta be personally honest about it. That's why I say I understand where Tariq Nasheed is coming from, but I don't think it's the indigenous Afro Latinos that are doing it, or the Afro Latinos um, X is doing it. Like I said, I think they need to delineate, for, not delineate like, oh yeah, we're not Latinos, but I think they need to make their own subculture where we're saying like, yo, this is our culture. Like, yeah, you can use this culture and add a little components to it, but we can't say y'all invented this shit. You could talk this African descent shit all you want. Them motherfuckers been there for like 500-600 years. The motherfuckers been there 500-600 years. They have their own culture. Some of that shit is mixed in with African culture. Yes, I cannot say it isn't. You know, they know what part of Africa it is. Black Americans, we know nothing about Africa. Niggas been trying to Africanize this for the past fucking 150 years. How you trying to Africanize something that we know nothing about? I'm just being personally honest. It just doesn't make sense.
That narrative out for a while. Now that we have this strong reparations movement going on right now, they have to ramp it up because right now the white supremacists are desperate. I just put up another link of some pre-voting out there in Baltimore City, and they are at a record low. They were complaining about the voter turnout is at a record low right now. I told
We're gonna find another one. But yeah, man, we can't keep on doing this. You know, and I don't like I said, I don't think these people saying that they're Afro Latino are Afro Latina. I'm just being personally honest. You know, and I'm looking at all this stuff now, right now. That you could say and do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, I don't even think they like Afro Latinas. I'm gonna be personally honest. I think they're using them right now to saying that they're Afro Latinas because of the benefit and the benefit and how people are looking at them now. Oh, there you go. You know, and it's that's why I say I don't really shit on them like that because I don't shit on Afro Latinas because I know what they go through. You know, and there's a big difference. I always tell people all the time there's a big difference. when it comes to Afro Latinas. You know? Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna say. I think I'm gonna do a reaction to this one. Watch later. Yeah, it just. I'm just being personally honest. I don't believe it. I don't think there's that many. To me, I don't think that there's many. We're gonna watch this last one, and I'm gonna land. This is the guy I was telling you about right here.
So Spank and I were talking earlier, and just about, because you keep saying we, and it's like your kind of connection with the black community, but you're Cuban, like
I'm black first.
Yeah,
I'm black first.
So
what
I
always
ask,
tell
like,
people,
how you identify
Wait, but
yourself.
are you full Cuban?
I'm full Cuban.
I thought he was black too.
I know,
but I am black.
No,
I am
here's
black.
everyone thinks that you are like
Okay,
you
so
have black lineage,
all right,
like
let me explain how it works. You know, this is another thing that I feel like we as black people get caught up in, that
semantics
that separates us as opposed to uniting us. We get caught up in where the ship dropped us off versus where the ship picked us up. You know what I'm saying? We all come from the same root. It's just a tree with different branches. The same boat that picked up your ancestors picked up my ancestors. Only they dropped yours off here. They made a pit stop in the Caribbean and dropped mine off. But my ancestors still dealt with slavery. Still dealt with being, having their family and their lives ripped from them, and having to come back from colonialism and slavery. So and it's not just African Americans, it's Afro Cubans, it's Afro Dominicans, it's Afro Puerto Ricans. Like, all these people got to get out of their colonialized minds and stop thinking, oh, I'm not this, I'm this. Okay, yeah, you can be Latin, but you're black first.
And the separatism that takes us apart when we all have the same struggle. We all experience
100%.
the same struggle.
Because when I walk into a room, they ain't thinking, oh, we're going to give him a pass because he's Latin.
Cuban, yeah.
Or if a cop pulls me over, he's not like, oh, okay, I'm not going to shoot him or I'm not going to beat his ass because he's Cuban. No, I'm black. You know what I'm saying? And I'm dealing with the same struggle. So we all gotta unite and
See, I agree with what he's saying to a certain extent. The reason why I say I agree with him to a certain extent is because he's right. It's just like, yo, motherfuckers have the same struggle, but at the end of the day, there's not a lot of people that think like him. There's not a lot of people that think like him. Like he said, he's Afro Latino, but he considered himself black first. It's like, yeah, you could throw your Afro Latina in, but at the end of the day, you're black. Like, I'm going to land here. Like I said, I'm going to do a short show. I think I'm going to do an even shorter show. The reason why I like this dude, it's not that, do I think he's taking black jobs from black Americans? No, because at the end of the day, he considers himself black. He doesn't do stuff to undermine us. He actually helps the community. Oh, and you could tell by his name it's Latinos, my nigga. Motherfuckers didn't get that. They just looked at him like, yo, that nigga's black. No, it's just people get caught up with the semantics of being a tether. I don't think, like, the reason why it hit Lizardface so bad, because at the end of the day, he was undermining black Americans. He was making fun of black American struggle. That's why, like me, I have smoked for fucking, what's his name? Luther Campbell. I personally don't like him anymore because at the end of the day, black Americans supported him all over the United States. We supported his degeneracy. We were the only one that looked at it as like, yo, he's black, so we're gonna support him anyways. We didn't look at him as, oh yeah, he's from the Bahamas. What got him in this situation, because he tried to undermine black Americans. When motherfuckers was trying to explain to him, he didn't want to listen. He had all the answers. So why the fuck we need to say anything to us? Yo, just stay in your lane over there, with all your, all your peoples and stuff. And yo, we do what we do best over here, and that's win. Motherfuckers who want to fuck with us, you on the winning team. We gonna get this reparation. You know what? Who you think is gonna help you in your country to get your reparations? Who you think is gonna get? Who's gonna help you? Who you think is gonna help you get those laws? Who you think is gonna put foot to ass? Ain't gonna be nobody else. We're the only ones that's going to move the needle. It might take 10, 15, 20 years, but we're going to move the needle so you can get your reparations. We're going to open them doors for you. But all y'all niggas who didn't open them doors, just remember, you will be part of history of the ones who was undermining black Americans. The ones where they're going to be like, okay, you know what? Black Americans can't trust these other foreign people. We gotta be careful with these foreign people. The Agusi soup niggas, the cheater rib eating niggas. Well, we can't trust y'all niggas. Them French niggas, yeah, them French black niggas, yeah, we fucked with them heavy. You know why? Because they respect our culture. They add their Central African culture or their Western African culture in it. That's cool. That's great. Absolutely. Do that. But they respect that as black American culture. Like, let's personally be honest. It's black American culture. Afro Latinos, they fuck with us heavy, but you know what? They add their shit into it because you know why? Because it's for their people. We get that. That's why black people love Diego so much. That's why they love El Magua La Negra. We love the dark-skinned, Latinos and stuff. Even the niggas we didn't know was Latinos. We fucked with them heavy because they respect our culture. We always did. So the question is, I'm gonna land right here. So the question was, can we ally with Afro Latinos? I think it works. It will work. But there's a but. But we might have to have like not even a sit down talk, but we gotta have somebody who's in the forefront for us talk before we even do anything like this. Somebody we trust, somebody they trust. Some person that be like, yo, something goes down. We got one group of, podcasts over here talking to the Afro Latinos. We got another one over here talking to the FBAs and stuff like that. We're both on the same page with the same message. It's like, yo, these niggas need that, what blah going on over here. Yo, what's going on in Dominican Republic in the black community? What's going on in the Mexican? Oh, they need our help. Yo, let's donate some money over there. Oh, let's donate some money over here. It might not be a lot, but it'll be something. But with 43 million people, they're going to donate. Shit will be straight. Oh, this what happened over here in this black community? That's, nigga. We ain't doing nothing for them over there. We're going to, we're going to put these niggas on the back burner. We're not voting. Oh, Politico now? Oh, yeah, we ain't voting for these niggas over here. The Afro Latino and the black FBA community is not voting over here. We're not voting for y'all. Then we're going to have more power. We're going to have niggas get in line. Oh, yeah, Brian Donald's acting crazy over there down in Florida. All right. FBA fucking Afro Latinos. We ain't fucking with y'all over there no more. We gonna let this nigga crash and burn. I think it could work, but at the end of the day, the thing is, are they gonna stay on the same page with us? Are they gonna get the first thing when they get help? They're not gonna just abandon the whole situation. That's what we gotta think about. This is what we gotta talk about. Do I think it could work? Yeah, I think it can work. But we just gotta set a little bit of rules for all of us, even the Black Americans. We're gonna have to tell Afro Latinos, yo, you gotta police your peoples. What's going on with this man? Oh, yo, y'all gotta have to police him, man, cause he's fucking up the movement. Get the Afro Latino politicians, we get black politicians, yo, come together, bam. These motherfuckers need reparations over here. Afro Latino, yo, they need reparations over here. After we get it, who you think we're gonna help next? Who you think we're gonna help next? Then when you delineate yourself from them, delineate yourself from just regular Latinos, you're gonna get reparations faster than they get it. Because they know you're the descendant of slavery. They're gonna give you more land and help you fix your land. And FBA is gonna come over there and help you. We have never abandoned anybody that we were alliance with. Look at when South Africa needed help. We sent the heavy hitters over there. We sent the celebrities. Who you think the celebrities talked to before they even went over there? They talked to the community. They talked to the hood, especially Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was like, yo, what they doing over there? Michael Jackson was always in the hood. This is what Afro Latinos and Afro Latinas need to think about. Do you want to ally yourself with us? And we can handle both our business, because at the end of the day, I feel like Afro Latinas is gonna have to delineate and say like, yo, I'm Afro Latina. I don't know what these niggas is over here. Go check my history. I don't just got a Blela. No, my whole family's Afro Latina. They're gonna be quicker it's gonna be quicker and faster for them to give you reparations before anybody else. Because they know you're descend from slaves. I'm just going to be personally honest. Then it's going to help build Dominican Republic. Y'all can farm. Y'all might not get money, but y'all can tell them to give you acres of land. Y'all grow, boom, 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 sell, boom, 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 boom. Y'all don't gotta come to America. Y'all get y'all shit there, bam. Y'all got an Afro Latino community that's progressing, black community that's progressing. That's the best team right there. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to say a leader, but a person who's the face of it. Like, yo. Who's the face of it? Yeah, it might work. We tried to think about it. We tried this with Africans. We tried this with just regular Latinos, but we're talking about Afro Latinos. Even Afro Mexicans. Afro Mexicans got their own communities. But I'm gonna land here right now. Y'all take care, and I'm gonna do something tomorrow, so y'all stay cool and stuff. I might do a reaction today. I want to do a reaction on Tariq Nasheed and Jen, my homegirl Jen. My homegirl Jen. Cause Jen know I love her. Jen know I love her. I'm not gonna disrespect her, but yo. Shout out to Jen, Tariq Nasheed, Afro Latino, Afro Latina community, FBA community, ADOS community. You know, even the people who's on our side from the black diaspora, Jamaicans, Haitians, Black Brits, all of y'all. I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching my show and stuff. It was a low key show, so I know it's not gonna get a lot of views right now, but it'll pick it up. But at the end of the day, like if we're gonna ally ourselves with somebody, we need to ally ourselves with something, and we all gotta stay on code. I think that's the biggest thing that we need to, do is stay on code with each other. Black Americans need to stay on code. Afro Latinas and Latinos need to stay on code together. So at the end of the day, it will work, but we have to figure this out. But y'all take care. I'll see y'all tomorrow or later on. And enjoy the rest of your day. It's going to be like 60